Hello, welcome. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center, and tonight we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, maybe not yours, but mine, which is essential oils and why I believe in them so strongly and why I promote them so much. And this is my friend and business partner, Michelle Brown. You've seen her before. So we're just gonna, partners in crime, yeah, that's it. So we're just gonna be talking randomly about oils, different things that we make, why we make them, why we believe in them. But now, if you've got a question about anything, give us a call, 407-1111. I'll be happy to address any issue or question that you have. If I don't know the answer, I'll look it up and I'll let you know next week. Or I can look on my phone during the break. But so, you know, if you have a question about anything else, feel free to call. So welcome, Michelle Brown.
I know, it's been a while. Actually, we haven't seen each other in a while.
I know.
And it's been a while since I've been on your show.
I know. We used to hang all the time, and then life got in our way. It's just, you know, she's got grandkids and she's going this way, and I got grandkids and I'm going that way, and I'm going to soccer games and she's going to baseball games, and I'm going to work and she's keeping her grandkids, and so we don't see each other as much as we need to.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here tonight,
We're
so it's
here.
good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be
So-
out and about, I'm telling you.
Yes, yes.
Got stuck in the house for a while.
I know,
too.
it was
Lockdown,
too
that
much,
no
it was
fun.
too much. And you know, one of the big proponents of oils, especially with all this COVID now, you know, we made mask sprays, which were really nice. We sold quite a few of these actually, and you could, it's antiviral, this is, and so you spray it on the inside of your mask. Not only does it, you're breathing in antiviral properties, but it also smells good. So you don't have to smell your garlic breath from lunch.
Yeah, onions on your son, my daughter said.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
right.
Mom.
I know. So that's nice. And you know, that's one of the reasons we like these things, because I don't know of any other mask sprays other than essential oils.
Yeah.
But I don't do much shopping, so Michelle's the one who
I've
sees.
seen some. I
Mm-hmm.
saw one at a salon, beauty salon,
Mm-hmm.
hair salon, and they were calling it, was cute, mask mints. I like that
Oh,
name
yeah,
because
that's
that's
cute.
you know, but they I think were too essential oils. So
Yeah,
you know, you don't
yeah.
want to put anything chemical or
Right.
on your near your face.
When-
And it also works great as a hand spray. I keep one in my purse. I
Mm-hmm.
have one in the car, but it's getting hot now, so. And so I'll spray it on my hands as an sanitizer and
Mm-hmm.
antibacterial. It works better I like it better than that alcohol, and I think it
Yeah, that
works
stuff they have
just as
and
good.
those wipes they have on at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good for your skin. So.
over time.
Yeah, so we really like those, and well, I was in the mountains last week. I went to visit my son, and I found an essential oil. I'm always seeking out, snipping out, where's the next essential oil place for me? And she had mask sprays.
Oh, okay.
So I was talking to her a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do well. We sold quite a few at work, and we sold quite a few throughout.
Yeah, the
both
shop at the Ray's Boutique where we have some.
And in Wilson at
That's right,
Bender
Bender
Junction.
Junction.
So
Forgot that.
if any of you live in Elm City or out that way, you need to check us out at Bender Junction.
Yeah.
It's downtown. It's right across the street from Western Sizzlin'.
Yeah, Nash Street, yeah.
I couldn't remember. Yeah, it's right across the street from Western Sizzlin', if you are familiar with that at all.
And right up from Barton College, which
Yep.
that's on the other block, I think,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a block away, I think,
haven't
maybe
really-
2 blocks.
Yeah, 2 blocks away, but you see signs all around
Yeah,
there. So
yeah,
it's kind of a
so-
busy little area. It's nice.
Yeah,
little
it is.
area.
It's a cute little shop,
yeah.
and not only do we have stuff there, but there's a lot of different vendors, and most all of it is homemade items. So there's one lady that I love her stuff. She takes sea glass and makes earrings and makes necklaces. I like
Yeah.
her stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some clothing in there. It's just, there's a lot. There's furniture, there's
Yes,
knickknacks.
something for everyone.
There's
Antiques, collectibles, a lot of collectibles, old. The other day when I went to take our bug repellent for dogs, flea and tick repellent, we've got that now too for Furry Friends and Babies. I was in there, and the guy has old toys, like the metal trucks, and just really neat.
Yeah, it's different things.
Yeah, there's some new people, I think.
Oh, okay,
Since
good,
we've been.
yeah. Since we've been there.
Yeah.
I haven't been down there for a couple.
So
about
they're
a
always
month, I
changing
think.
it up too.
So, yeah,
Putting new
so-
stuff in there. So.
Yeah, now it's flea and tick spray. We also make a mosquito spray, so if you're out in your garden, the mosquitoes drive you nuts.
Yep.
Spray, it smells good, it's lemony smelling, it works really well.
Yep.
I put it on when I go out to my garden I try to find my plants amongst all the weeds.
Oh, no.
I got a lot of
Get me
weeds.
started.
I live out in the field, and it's hard to control. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but the flea and tick spray for our furry friends is really nice,
Yep.
especially if they're in the house. Spray them
Yeah.
before they come back in the house after they've been outside doing their business,
Yep.
and just spray it and keep them out there for a minute. So if there are some fleas or ticks, they can pop off before they go in the house.
Yeah.
But it's all natural, and it doesn't hurt the dogs. And
Spray it on their bedding too.
yep,
It's that might be an alternative for sensitive puppies. Like, you want to be real careful around their face. So we have the pump nozzle, and it's the one that we have, which I wasn't sure what I was getting in the description. When you order things online, and it was actually a fine mist. So that you got to kind of, but these work good too. Just the regular, I don't know what you call them, nozzle. Spray nozzle.
I don't know.
The
It
normal.
sprays.
Don't get it in their eyes.
Yeah.
And some dogs, their noses are real sensitive.
And
but I
kitty-
spray it on my dog, on his back, and down his legs, under his belly, and on his bed. And
And
so
you can
it's-
use it on horses, on goats,
Yeah.
on mules, on Great Pyrenees. Kitty cats, now
No.
they're pretty sensitive, and their liver can't detox a lot
break
of
it
stuff.
down.
So we
Yeah.
don't recommend essential oils for any kitty cats at all.
No.
So just to be
It
on
would
the
have to
safe
be
side.
really diluted, and you'd have to know your cat. Cats are small too.
Yeah.
That's the main
and
thing.
your
They-
cat can tolerate
Yeah,
it.
she tolerates diffusing. It doesn't seem to bother her. I've had it since she was a kitten, and never. Of course it's not. It's not near her. I mean, she'll come in the room where it's diffusing.
Right, but it's throughout the whole
Yes.
room. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, so any kitty cats we don't recommend for that. But all of your, just about, I don't know of another animal that we can't put it on.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
there's something we can make for gnats. Horses and mules, they've got terrible gnat problems,
yeah.
and that's why their tails are always swishing.
Yeah.
And so I've got to make some gnat spray for my mule Festus.
Festus.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what you got here?
Just some basics on essential oils. If anybody has questions, we have touted that essential oils are safe. They're one of the safest things. They've been around for thousands of years. In the Bible, it talks about the oils, the anointing oils, and the incense oils that God gave the priest. He actually gave them a recipe, and they had to get all that stuff, and I guess it's like compounding in it. They had and really priests in those times, in the ancient times, were who people went to for a lot of medicines, because they had these recipes, and a lot of them came straight from the Bible. So they started using the plants, and then from there, it evolved. And it says, since this little information brochure says, since 1930s, the medical researchers around the world have documented their antimicrobial effects. That is essential oils. And we know they have tremendous health benefits when inhaled, ingested, or applied topically. And we know that essential oils have been very effective against superbugs, and you know about them,
yes,
super germs.
That's right.
And we've been through a year where we've had a super germ, and knock on wood.
And
I
you
was
know,
exposed a lot, but
Yeah.
I didn't get a.
And the sad thing is that Big Pharma, they don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
this spread
No.
around at all because they want all the money. They
Yeah.
want all the money for research. They don't care about you and me. They only care
Yeah.
about their bottom dollar.
Yeah.
And so if there is some natural remedies, they're not going to push it, and they push hard against essential oils, I can tell you that. When
Well, we've seen too, they've pushed all the vaccines, which I'm not against vaccines. I'm not going to say that at all. But did you ever hear them like saying, here's a therapy, here's a prophylaxis,
Yeah.
something to prevent?
No, they don't.
And
Modern medicine isn't
not
about
going-
prevention.
no.
Modern medicine attacks the problem. But
Yeah.
if you attack the problem in the beginning
Yeah.
with good health and
Right.
healthy eating and exercise,
Right.
when our grandkids age, then they stay healthy
Yeah.
and they don't need all of the medicines. 'Cause
Right.
I give you a medicine, and well, that has a side effect. Then I have to give you another medicine for the side effect. And
Right.
I'm grateful for Big Pharma, and I'm grateful for the medicines that they have for diabetes. And your mom had diabetes, and she
Yes.
needed her medicine.
And heart.
And she had heart medicine
Yeah.
too. So we're not saying that essential
No.
oils is the be-all, end-all. That
No.
is not what we're saying. But there is,
prevention.
right, and there
And
is
for-
a place in the medical
Yeah.
community, I believe, for
Right.
this.
And that's what we really need to ask and push. We need to say, what about the therapies? Let's do some good studies on those, and and let's let people decide, because that's the thing. Talking about super germs, the reason they are super germs is because the overuse of antibiotics. And you know that in your profession. And what has happened is we built up this resistance to the antibiotics.
Right.
And these bugs just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
And it's not only
you
what
look at,
what the doctor gives
Yeah.
you, it's what they put in our meat.
oh yes, we get it pumped in our food. Exactly. So our bodies, aren't prepared. So what we have to do is we have to take matters in our own hands.
Right.
We have to eat as clean as we can.
Yes.
We've got to make sure, when we can eat organic, and make sure we know where our food is sourced and all that. And but you can't do that all the time. Not in this modern age. I don't
No.
think you can. People are and they're not going
Well,
to.
I guess
but
you could, but my daughter just turned vegan, and that's all she eats is vegetables.
Yeah.
And she said, "Mom, it's so much work for prep and cooking every day."
Yeah.
See, I'm not willing
Is
to
she
do
doing that because of health reasons, or
Yes.
just yeah?
Her cholesterol was up some.
Oh.
Her daddy has bad cholesterol,
Right.
and she took after her daddy in that.
Tell her to put lemongrass in her tea. Lemongrass helps with cholesterol. But, it's scary to think that, we had this bug that just wreaked havoc on
the entire world.
Yeah.
And I have my own thoughts on that, but we're not going to get into any political
No.
discussions either, because I could get on my soapbox and probably get kicked off TV. So we don't want that to happen.
No, we don't.
But
But it's a fact, and it's a reality, and I agree with the scientists and people who say, it's just the beginning of what we're probably going to see. So we need to be preventive. We need to use good essential oils. We need to supplement. We need to be, everybody needs to be taking
Right.
D, C,
Right. Zinc.
And as strongest, most that whatever potency you can get. And don't go buy the stuff at Walmart.
No.
Because they found out that stuff was fillers. It was fillers. Whatever.
some of the things that were tested didn't even have like
actual-
vitamin D or whatever
Yeah.
you were buying. And I made a big mistake. I think I told Michelle
Yeah.
this. I take turmeric every day for knee pain and arthritis, and along with something else. But I'd run out of turmeric. I normally always buy my turmeric either from Patrick at Ward Specialty Pharmacy or from Claiborne at Remedy This Naturally. And I was in Walmart. I didn't want to have to run over someplace else. And so I picked some up and I took it for about a week and I noticed that my knee was hurting again. It hadn't hurt for a long time.
Yeah.
How long have I been on that? I mean,
Years, right.
years. And
Yeah.
it started hurting and I went, well, what the heck is this all about? Well, I picked up that turmeric and looked at it, made in China. I threw it right away. I'm like, Linda, you preach this every day, and you went and did this thing you tell your patients not to do. Lord of mercy. So, and
You have to know where that stuff comes
Yes.
from, where it's made.
right, and both
you
Patrick
want it
and
sourced.
Claiborne
Yes.
have high quality pharmaceutical grade supplements, and that's
Right.
I don't tell anybody to buy at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, any of those places. Dollar General, forget it, you know, because it's
You're just throwing your money away.
yeah, for the most part. You
'Cause
really are.
And they're not cheap, but,
No.
you know, like you said, with a good one, you know it works.
Yes.
And, you know.
And now I've been on the right one again and my knee isn't hurting anymore.
Well,
So-
I made that mistake with the joint, what do you call it? Therapy, the joint. Yeah.
Chondroitin.
It's a blend of stuff. It's got the boswellia in there, which is frankincense, which is really good. It's got the curcumin.
A lot of them have white birch. I don't know what if yours does, but mine does.
That's like aspirin, like a NSAID, right? And then the other thing, MSM, which is kind of like helps repair. I read some about that. If you have damage, so get a good joint therapy supplement. And I quit taking it for several months and had the same. And you asked me that. You said, "Oh, you should never have stopped it."
No, because then it takes a long time to get back in your system and get built up again.
It's not an instant thing like popping ibuprofen, but it's better for your body.
She can tell you about popping ibuprofen. What happened with that?
I got stomach issues.
She got an ulcer.
So,
And then she was so sick she couldn't eat.
yeah.
The good thing was she lost some weight.
Yeah.
But that's not the way to
That's
lose
not the way to do it.
So-
But yeah, you have to be really careful, and you know, it does take a little extra. You have to do your research.
You do.
and-
You have to think about it.
You have
You
to
have
think
to
about
know where
it.
to get good quality products. And even with
Packaging.
herbal teas and herbs and things like
Oh,
that, we're going to
yes.
go into some of that when we come back. But it's
Yeah.
time for our first break. So we will be right back after you hear from our sponsors for more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the teas. I should have.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Stores locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All right, welcome back. As I said prior to the break, you know, it's not all about essential oils. It's how we eat. You know, you know me. I'm all about gardening. I buy all my, I can all of my stuff. I make my own tomato sauce, all that kind of thing, because I really believe that that's where it's the best we can get is fresh foods that, you know, and grown. And I know some people don't like to garden and can't garden, but we've got a great little farmer's market. There's a huge farmer's market in Raleigh. You could go and spend the day. We need to do that one Saturday. That would be nice.
They've got all the herbs and just wonderful.
Yes, we need to
really
do that.
nice.
Make a point of doing that.
Yeah.
And so it's not all essential oils. We believe in herbs. We believe in supplements. We believe in teas. We think that there's a lot of health benefits from herbal teas. And so Michelle's been researching that, and we do have some for sale. But yeah.
One I would recommend for the teas is the Rooibos. It's called Red Rooibos, Rooibos, and that's an African name. It means red, red bush. That is a powerful, powerful antioxidant tea. And it's now teas. You have to remember, this is something too I've learned about teas. Is true teas are black, white, green. The green tea is actually the black tea before it matures. And it's a powerful, powerful, has antioxidant properties and just detox. You've seen that in a lot of health, I'm sure. Green tea, drink green tea. It's great for metabolism, weight. I mean, it fires up your metabolism. Isn't that wonderful? I drink it a lot. I need to drink more.
I know, right?
But the Red Rooibos, that's one that I'm recently, and we've added that to our little repertoire at Ray's, and we have some other ones mixed in there. And they're herbal teas. They're, like I said, they're going to be like a flower. They're going to be probably some dried fruit peels in that herbal tea we've got, and the Red Rooibos. But we do have a green tea in there, and it is potent. Green tea can be a little bitter, so add some honey to it or stevia, and it's wonderful.
We
and
just
lemon.
happen to have honey for sale too.
Yeah, we have the honey with the teas,
And
that's local.
That's local, because
you're
that's
gonna
what's
get your-
important about honey. It's
Yep.
not just for sweetener, but there are antimicrobial and antibacterial products in honey, but you've got to eat the honey that is grown where you live, because that's where you're going to get your natural immunities.
Yeah, from the
And
bees.
From the bees
The
in our
histamines.
area. So, you know, the honey from the mountains isn't going to help you as much as the honey grown right here
Yeah.
in this area. And there's several
Yeah.
honey bee places.
Oh yeah, there's some great ones. out there on, I can't think of the creek, it's a creek.
Saponi
Saponi
Creek.
Creek, that's a good one, that's local. But there are a bunch. I just bought one at the strawberry field. The guy, David, I think he's the one who pollinates, his bees pollinate their strawberries. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I picked that up. I was like, yeah, I gotta get that.
Yeah,
Nash County
yeah,
bees.
Yeah. Well, and I use a lot of honey.
Yes.
And not only in tea, but I use honey in cookies or, you
Yeah.
know, I try to cut back on the sugar. I'll still use some sugar.
Yeah,
But
it's a way to do that
Yeah.
and get some good vitamins and,
Right,
and stuff
right,
in your.
right.
It's still sugar. you know.
Yes, yes. But it's
So-
God's natural sugar. Of
Yes.
course, so is sugar. But
Yeah, and stevia comes from a leaf. It's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful little sweetener. You don't need a lot of that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, check out some of the herbal teas. But the Rooibos is a herbal, and we have a vitamin C, or
it was sleepy time. Too,
yeah,
don't we?
sleepy time. That's also an herbal one. It's got chamomile in it, chamomile flower, leaves. Probably got some lavender in there. So really good. Check those out and try some herbal teas. They're naturally sugar-free, and a lot of them, the berry ones, taste sweet. I buy 2 that are blueberry and raspberry, and they're great. What's that one that people like? It's real tart. Zinger, the red Zinger. If you like tart, that's a good one.
I like those. Yeah.
It's probably got a lot of citrus in it. It's a citrus. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, citrus peel, because I know the herbal C one we have has lemon, organic lemon peel, organic orange peel. Those are really good. Mixed with some other herbs. It's probably got some thyme in there.
Well, and God just, all of his plants.
Yeah.
Like thinking about a friend of mine who lost a lot of weight. And I said, Daniel, what did you do? And he said, you know what I do? No, what did you do? And he boils lemon peels because there's something in the peel. And,
all that oil, that's where the essential oil comes from. It
and-
doesn't come from the fruit.
But, right. And,
Yeah.
and then what's the white stuff?
Yeah, the
I don't
pith
know.
or...
I don't know what you call that, but he boils that.
Ah,
And then he pours that in his tea.
and he's
And
made like
he said it's a natural weight loss. Of course, lemon is a natural diuretic, which makes you pee.
Right.
So,
Detox.
yeah. But
Yes, a lot of
so
people
there's
use
just
it.
so much, and we've lost those. We've lost that art, and it's coming back. I know that there's an herbal shop on Grace Street. There's a row of little shops, and there's a herbal shop in there. I've never seen anybody in there. I stopped multiple times, so I don't know about that. But
downtown.
yeah, it's by the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So there are more, and there's a lady that sells stuff at the farmer's market. She makes a lot of creams and things like that. And I make a whipped body butter, and I'm here to tell you, I love that stuff. And for some reason, I don't know, I guess it's because I'm old, I don't know, but my skin is so flaky.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel dry, but it's
Yeah.
flaky.
That's hormonal changes.
Oh, hormonal changes, of course. And so, I mean,
Women have so
I
much.
used to do it, I used to, promote the whipped body butter
Yeah.
in the winter because your legs get so ashy and that kind
Yeah.
of thing, but I'm using it every day.
Yeah. Well, I think with age, your natural, the sebum, your skin, in my course for aromatherapy, I had to learn the layers of the skin.
Right.
That as you age, they deteriorate, just
Right.
like everything
And that's
else.
why your skin gets thin, and that's
Right.
why you have age spots and you bruise easier and all that.
Yeah.
It's great to get old.
But you use, use coconut oil, right, in that? What
Coconut
else?
oil, coconut butter.
Do you use jojoba? Jojoba is really is like your own sebum. It's an oil. It's not a nut. I can't. I don't know what else it would be. It looks like a nut, but they call it something. Not a rhizome, or anyway, from this plant, jojoba, and it is one of the closest oils, and it's very light. I like it.
Okay.
So we put it in some. I put it in some of the balms that we.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we,
The beard balm, I think, has it.
you put it
skin
in?
balm for the eczema.
Okay.
Yes. So,
'Cause
yeah.
we make an eczema / psoriasis treatment. We've got 2 faithful customers that love that stuff. One was a kind of a burly man's man.
He said, I don't want anything greasy or oily.
So she made one that had a little bit of, was
The
it cornstarch in it?
that
So
cuts
it
the-
wasn't quite as greasy.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Yeah.
I got to get up with him, by
Yeah,
the way, and
he
see
probably
if
needs
he
some
probably
more.
needs some more, yeah. And then I've got another, she's a friend and she's my patient.
She's a
and-
nurse too, right?
She's not a nurse.
I thought she was.
She hangs with the nurses, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
But anyway, she absolutely does everything natural. She will not take, and her psoriasis is pretty bad. I've seen some spots on her that have been pretty nasty. And but if she uses this on a regular basis,
It keeps it
it
under
keeps
control.
it under control. And
I'm
she-
thinking of the little girl that had her wedding ring.
Oh no, that's Erica.
And you did an interview with her.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
it out on Essential Nurse
Practitioner.
on Facebook.
Yep.
Linda's interview with her.
Yeah,
That was-
she was she was somebody I met, and she texted me and said, I've got some skin issues. Well, I thought she was like a teeny bopper, and so I'm digging through all my stuff for acne. And then when I met her at, and she works for Home Health, but she's not a nurse
Okay,
either.
the Business Builders, that's where it was.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so
Now I remember.
she said she had this kind of red rash, and it was around her. It came from her wedding ring, and she didn't know why it was. And there would be times she couldn't wear her wedding ring, and it really bothered her. She wants to wear it.
Yeah.
And so Michelle made a cream for her, and she has bought several of it. She loves it. And she's handed it to some of her family members, and she has a 3-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
She'll put it on her daughter.
Yes,
So
she told me. Yeah, she's fair. She's a redhead, her little
Yeah.
girl, so they can have some
skin
fair,
problems.
yeah,
because they're
freckly
so
and sun.
fair.
Yeah, I have those problems.
Me
but-
too. But I sit
yeah.
out in the sun and pull my weeds in my garden anyway. So
You got that Norwegian
I don't know what I got, but
a blood but you tan more easily. You're still blonde, but
yeah,
it's
well,
different.
I don't tan dark, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've got a pretty good tan going for a Swede from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So anyway, yeah, the teas are great. Eating healthy is great. Alan Bolin, he's been on my show before. He's a chiropractor here in town and with Hammer Chiropractic. He raises a steer every year, and I buy a quarter of a steer from him, and then I sell half of that because a quarter of a steer is a lot of
That's a
meat.
lot.
It's a lot. She and I split it one year, and so I try to always eat good, healthy beef like that. And now Alan, I don't know if he gives me a deal. I don't think so. I mean, not just me. Whoever buys from him gets this deal, but his steer ends up to be $4.17 a pound. You can't even buy a pound of
No.
hamburger for $4.17.
No.
The problem is you got to buy it in bulk. That's where the hang up comes. And so we're into goat, we're into homegrown, grass-fed, whatever
Yeah,
you call it.
grass-fed.
Because I don't trust any of those labels they make in the grocery store, because their regulation is so lax that
Yeah.
if they can use certain words.
Yeah.
For instance, chicken free range doesn't mean that they're out pecking out in the yard.
bugs.
It means that the doors of the house that they live in are open.
Like they could go out.
And that's free
Yeah.
range. So I don't even trust any of the marketing.
Yeah, the same thing with grass-fed beef. You know what that is. If they give the cows grass pellets in their food, that's considered
Grass-fed.
grass-fed.
Instead
it's
of-
not they're going out
Right,
and
instead of grazing
grazing
in the pasture.
Yep.
Well,
It needs to
Alan's-
be grass-fed and grass-finished, meaning
Yep.
that they, from all their life, they have
Right,
eaten
right,
and been
right.
in the pasture.
Right.
And
Now, he buys feed and he gets it.
but he has it made, so he
Yeah,
knows what's put in there.
That's right. He goes, is it Spring Hope or Zebulon or someplace? He goes and gets the feed because it's a high standard feed, and he had bigger steer this year with his new feed than he did last year. But I try to eat, healthy that way. I buy my fish, my salmon, my halibut comes from Alaska. I've been there. I've seen how it comes from the boats right to that. I get it from Captain Jack's in Seward, Alaska. And I've seen, and he picks that fish up and goes right into his place and freezes it right then and there. And he'll ship it to you. You get it in a day. It comes in dry ice, and it's the best salmon you've ever eaten in your life. I'm very leery of fish in the market because a lot of it is farm raised.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy either. It sounds healthy raised in the farm, but it's just in a big old pond, and they just dump food in there.
Yeah.
They don't clean it, and the fish are eating their own feces and everything else because there isn't enough room for them. So my fish comes from Alaska. Now the beef is cheap, but it's an initial output that can get to be expensive. It was $325, I think, for my portion. And so that's a lot of money, you got to come up with. But now I won't buy any beef until next year when Alan has another one. Now I'm looking for a pig. Any pig farmers out there, let me know. I want
Some good pork chops.
I want some good pork chops. I want to get my pork sourced that way too.
Yeah.
And chicken, I don't know. I raise chickens. I love my chickens. So
Can't kill them and eat them.
I can't kill them and eat them, but I could buy them from somebody else if
There you
they
go.
were dressed
I don't
out.
want to eat my pets.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm
And
gonna
I
eat,
make every animal a pet, so
And
it would not do
I'm
me
going to
good.
eat my goat. Blackie's going. If he doesn't get sold at the auction this Saturday, he's going.
Oh, is he going to the auction?
He's going to the auction. If he doesn't get sold, he's going to the butcher.
Have a goat picking?
Yep.
Ooh.
You're going to come, right?
No.
I know she won't. She won't eat. Look, she's so finicky.
I'm finicky.
She will not even get eggs from me because they're not washed. They've still got chicken poo-poo on them, and she won't eat them.
I know it. I've been
All
in the
right.
chicken house. Have you been
So-
in the chicken house?
Yeah.
There was a while when I didn't eat eggs at all.
I'm sure. 'Cause Yeah,
you see 'em in all
I can
manner.
see where that would turn your stomach. Yeah.
so, anywho.
All right, it's time for break number 2. I'm waiting for somebody to call me, especially
Yeah,
if you're a
call
pig
us.
farmer now. I need to know so I can hook up with you. And I do have a farm just down the road from me, Fubar Farms, and he sells poultry and
Sheep.
he
Is that
sells
sheep?
lamb.
Lamb.
And I think he has pork. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'd rather buy it in bulk. It's cheaper that way, I'm always about saving $1. All right, we'll be right back after this break with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All right, we're back talking about essential health, talking about essential oils, talking about herbs, and I love to cook with herbs.
Yeah.
And I'm making my own butter, y'all.
Linda, you're a pioneer woman.
I think I am. I know, but it is so easy. You
Yeah.
take a thing of whipping cream,
Right. And shake it. And
and well, I use my beater, my mixer.
do you use organic whipping cream?
I didn't the first time.
And it's expensive. I was going to say you can buy a whole pack of butter for.
I need to find somebody that will sell me the cow's milk.
Anybody out there?
Anybody out there that's got milk and cows? I just want a little bit. And I've got a patient who she is going to have the first USDA certified goat dairy in eastern North Carolina.
Is it the goat ladies? The ones?
Uh-uh.
No? Okay.
You don't know, I don't think you've met this lady.
That's amazing.
And so
Good.
they're in the middle of getting all of their product and doing it all, and she sells goat soap now.
Right.
And she got to the point where, it was either we're gonna stop right here and this is all I can do.
Right.
Or we gotta bite the bullet and go big. And
Mm-hmm.
so they bit the bullet and they're going big. And so she'll have a shop with goat cheese,
Wow.
goat milk, goat yogurt,
Nice.
goat ice cream.
I love goat yogurt. Goat cheese.
I
like-
know, so we'll have to
Yeah.
make a trek out there at some point. So I went out there and saw her goats. And
Where's that?
it's in Edgecombe County on Temperance Hall Road.
Okay, I've heard of that. I think I know where that is.
Not too far from
Between-
West Edgecombe
Yeah.
Rescue Squad over there.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
my little group that I go with, we're going to go eat on the square in Tarboro, and then we're going to go bring our coolers and stop at her farm and tour
Stock up.
and stock up with goat cheese and that kind of stuff.
Do you like goat milk? I don't think I've ever.
I don't know that I've ever had it.
Me
But
neither.
if I did, then I could make my butter out of that. But it's
Yeah.
simple. It's whipping cream. I put some salt in it, and I whipped it with my mixer.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have the buttermilk I should
Yeah.
give to you for...
Have you ever done it with your kids, with grandkids?
No, I've only done it once.
Take a little mason jar, and I think it helps if you put like a glass bead or something in there. So when you
help mix
shake
it
it,
up.
and just let them shake, and shake it, and shake it,
They
and
won't shake it long enough.
And
It takes a
you gotta
long time.
Pass it around. We did it in preschool with my
did you?
with my kids.
Oh, okay.
When I was teaching school way back, but we just did like a little baby food jar.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that
they had
wouldn't
to
take
keep
too long.
shaking and
I did make a mistake. I got a quart of the whipping cream. It made way too much butter.
really.
I mean, it made like 3 times, like 3 pounds of butter.
a quart.
Yes. So next time I'm going to do a pint.
Well, that is cheap.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. You know, I'm all about saving $1. Hey, Randy.
Add a
So-
little salt.
I don't like non-salted butter.
I
You know,
like
I
it
don't.
with a little salt.
Yeah,
sea salt.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
don't add a lot of salt to my food,
Um,
but I cook with salt, so I very rarely add it at the table.
Right.
But anyway, so I did bring some books with different recipes and things. So you know, you can make a spray for restful sleep. You can make a spray for hot flashes. But poor Michelle, she needs something more than that. And there's just, you know, there's different things. Here's some of the
I see dill and fennel.
yes.
I love 'em
Oh
both.
man, I love fennel. Helps reduce blood sugar levels, combats sugar cravings, and improves overall digestion. And what did you say? Dill. Fights
Sugar
sugar
crave, yeah.
cravings and supports healthy digestion. And I'll tell you something else that I'm into, because you know, I don't have enough time on my hands. I got my fingers in so many pies, it's ridiculous. But fermenting foods. You know, I've got tons of zucchini in my garden. They came up volunteer.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
love
plant
that.
a one.
That's like my pumpkins. Yeah.
And so, and I love a crisp dill pickle, but I have been unable to duplicate and make a crisp pickle. You can if they're sweet butter. What are they called?
bread and butter.
Bread and butter pickles. They can be that way, but and so I said, well, I'm going to see about fermenting. Fermenting is really good because it adds probiotics into your body, and you know you need all that extra probiotics in your gut. 60% of your immune system is in your gut, and so I'm gonna try some.
I've seen pickled zucchini,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think it's Smith's. They have
Yeah.
all kinds of pickles.
But I don't know how they make it.
You've got to add some kind of, is it alum or something
I
that
tried
makes them
that,
crisp? You've tried that
but now-
salt, the pickling salt? You
Yeah,
tried
I've
that?
used that.
Ice, you put in layers of ice.
I've done all that.
Yeah, it's a trick to it.
But you have to can them. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the canning is hot water.
Yeah,
That's the problem. Whereas fermenting is not. It's
Right.
just salt and water.
Right.
That's all you use. It's the same as you use to make sauerkraut.
Yeah, I love my sauerkraut.
And that's a fermented food.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was watching a video on, because there's nothing on TV. You might as well watch YouTube. That's what I figured out and decided for most of my evening
Yeah.
entertainment.
There's a lot of how-to things on there.
Yes. But what they did, what the trick
fun.
was, this I watched 2 different people, and they both had the same trick. You've got to have something with tannin in it.
Oh,
Now, one guy used grape leaves. I wouldn't even know where to buy a grape leaf. I guess maybe he went to Raleigh to some.
your neighbor has a grapevine.
Oh, I never thought about
Doesn't
I
she?
have grapevines.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think
It's the
about
same
that.
leaf.
I guess
It's probably pesticide
that's why I keep you around.
free, too.
Mine are because I spray peppermint on mine.
There you go.
Or you could put a tea bag in because tea has tannin.
Yes,
And it-
black tea.
And she said it doesn't affect the
Yeah.
taste of the product, but it helps make it crisp. So I'm gonna try some. You know, I'm gonna put garlic and dill and onion in with the brine.
You probably just put it down in there and just leave it with the
Yeah.
pickles.
And-
And
yeah.
it's just in there.
Yeah,
You
I
could
don't-
eat it.
Yeah,
Because grape leaves are, stuffed grape leaves are really good. That's a Greek delicacy thing, isn't it? Yeah,
I don't know if it's a delicacy, but they eat it.
yeah, I've had them. They're good. They put rice in them.
Yeah. And, you know, ginger is really good to help with cravings and to help tummy issues. And
Yeah.
another thing, you can buy turmeric root, and Michelle's done this, you make
Milk, golden milk.
golden milk. And that's really good for
Yes.
anti-inflammatory.
Yep.
And she's made that. So see, you got your own little
Yeah.
little pioneer girl going in over there. You just,
I'm not as spread out as you are with the animals and all the,
yeah, you know.
but it's nice if you have the land and can grow your own,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
really blessed where I live.
you have your blueberries and your, I've got those too. you
I've got
know.
blueberries and I've got grapes, and
Yeah, I don't have the grapes, but
we'll see how I do with the birds. That's the problem with your blueberries. Is
you got to
always-
put a net thing over them.
Does that help? Does it work?
Yeah, it works. You got to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I've got
Or a sheet as soon as they ripen, because they'll continue to ripen. You can put an old thin, like, you know, sheet over them or cloth if you don't have the net. But they actually sell I think at Tractor Supply.
They probably do. They probably do. And Tractor Supply is building a whole nother section onto their building. I think it's going to be like a garden center.
Good.
With plants and all.
Oh, great. Yeah, because I've seen some bigger ones. There's a big one in Elizabeth City. They have more. And I heard also there's a restaurant coming over there. It's either going to be across from Big Lots. What's that one? Chipotle. I like Chipotle. Chipotle.
Chipotle.
It's like burritos and stuff and Mexican, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard that?
Well, and I'm the one that knows
Usually-
just about everything because everybody
Tells you.
tells me.
I learned that at PT the other day.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've eaten at Chipotle. But yeah.
Good.
All right, y'all. Well, we got 2 minutes left. So,
Yeah. You want to learn about some
yes.
oils that are good for fighting super germs? All right, here are some oils. Tea tree oil and geranium. You can take these internally by encapsulating the oil, put them in a little plastic. You can get those at the pharmacy, your own capsules. Put the oil in and just...
I don't know if you can buy, I can buy them online. You can buy them online, but I don't know about getting them at pharmacies.
Yep, they're great for any infection. Thyme, oregano, basil, clove, cinnamon, bark, eucalyptus, which those are great herbs too. You can actually grow those and eat those, but if you get the oil, you can encapsulate and take it as an antibiotic and antiviral. Topically, you need to mix it with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil to ease any potential skin irritation. You can do some of these, like those would do good as blends, the thyme and oregano, or the oregano can be pretty powerful topically. It's what they call a hot oil. The clove is also, and it might kind of burn, so you definitely want to do a little test on your skin if you're sensitive with that one. But definitely take them, either in herb form or
Right.
encapsulate. For respiratory infection, inflammation, use eucalyptus, and there are several kinds of eucalyptus, and I've learned this. There's globulose, and there's radiat, and citradora. I can't say some of these. Myrtle, pine, marjoram, lavender, cypress, spruce, and peppermint are all great for fighting respiratory bugs, infections, and also inflammation. To protect yourself from an infection, it's a good idea to eliminate germs from your outside environment too. Do not bring like germs in, and a lot of people like this little sanitizing spray. Sometimes I actually use like the antibacterial wipes for my shoes. If you're somewhere and you're like,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
what you're walking
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
before you come in.
Yeah.
And that helps cut down on allergens too.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of thing. Because superbugs some of them can live on surfaces we
Oh,
found
yeah. Oh, yeah.
for a while. So, try incorporating some antibacterial sprays in your cleaning. Add some tea tree. Manuka is a
Lemon.
wonderful.
Lemon.
Lemongrass, very good sanitizers to keep all that down in your environment. But, some of these have been used for years, and one we sell and promote with doTERRA is On Guard. And the blend is clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And we call it On Guard, but you might know it as Thieves.
Right.
And we
that's
have
really
one
good.
of the sprays, the sanitizing sprays, with the Thieves oil. And it is just wonderful, and it smells wonderful.
I love it. I
Smells
love it.
like Christmas, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But,
All right, it's time
Yep.
to say goodnight. The time flies when you're having fun.
yep.
So we will see you next week with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Have a great week, y'all. Good night.
Good night.